This is a story called Growing Up During the 70s and 80s. I was born on the 25th of June 1972, and growing up during the 70s and 80s we didn't have all the things that kids have today. We didn't have PCs, laptops, iPads, tablets, Kindles, games consoles and mobile phones. We didn't have cable TV either. We only had 3 TV channels. We didn't have everything handed to us on a plate, and our parents didn't give us what we wanted when we wanted it just to keep us quiet. We were taught that if we wanted something really bad, we had to save up for it or find a way of getting the money by having jumble sales or doing extra chores for our parents and neighbours. We only got what we wanted when it was our birthday and at Christmas time. We were taught to look after and to respect our things and to look after them because our parents weren't willing to replace stuff that got broken or damaged. I remember my favourite time of year was summertime because during the school summer holidays we were allowed to play out until 9-10 o'clock at night. We didn't spend all our time inside playing games on mobile phones, etc. We were outside most of the time just playing and playing to a point where we were totally exhausted when we went to bed. I remember all of the games we played games of which children don't play these days. We played a game called Tigs Off Ground. There would be one person chasing everyone else, and if they tigged you, it was your turn to do the chasing, unless you were off the ground and the person doing the chasing wasn't allowed to tig you. Tigs was where, if you were tigged, it was your turn to do the chasing. May I was where there would be one person on one side of the street and a few others on the other side. The person who was on their own would say to someone something like, "Take tiny fairy steps." You'd say, "May I?" If they said yes, you may, then you did what they said to do. If they said no, you may not, then you didn't move. We played other games like ice cream, which was where you would have one person on one side of the road stood with their back to you and a group of people on the other side of the road. The aim of the game was to sneak up on the person with their back to you and to stand like a statue if they turned round. If the person turned round and caught you moving, then you had to go back to the start. If you managed to reach the person with their back to you, you would touch them, say ice cream and run without getting caught. We played knock-a-door run, which didn't go down well with some people. I remember a game called Kirby, which was mostly played with 2 people who would stand opposite each other on either side of the road. If you threw the ball to the other person and it hit the curb and bounced back to you, then you scored. But if the other person caught the ball, then you didn't score. I like to play skipping games such as Dum Dum Dodo. In this game you would sing Dum Dum Dodo, catch me if you can. Then you choose someone and they jump in, skip, and then chase you to the end of the line. When I was little, me and my big sister Lisa, who was almost 2 years older than me, would play mums and babies. Of course, because I was the youngest one, I was always the baby, and Lisa was always the mum. Sometimes me and my brother and sister would record ourselves on the tape cassette recorder saying silly things and singing silly songs. Even though my brother's 8.5 years younger than me and almost 10.5 years younger than my sister, he used to join in as much as he could. I remember playing with cardboard boxes along with my little brother Danny, mostly for his sake, and having fun doing so. I remember our Danny having 2 sit and ride toys, which I think my nana bought him. Mum was a big blue trucker and Mum was a yellow turtle. I'd sit Danny on the front and I'd sit on the back and hold him hold him on and zoom down the street at full speed. On my 5th birthday, my parents gave me a tiny tortoiseshell female kitten who was just a few weeks old. I named her Tinkerbell, but she only got Tinker and we grew up together. She died when she was about 17 and a half years old, but she was my best friend the whole time we were growing up together. When I was little, I used to wrap Tinker in doll's blankets and put her in my pram. I'd take her for walks around the house and up and down the street and pretend she was my own little baby, and she'd just lie in the pram and not move. When I was told off for being naughty or I was upset about something or I was sick, I always turned to my cat Tinker. Every night when I went to bed, Tinker came with me because I loved cuddling up to her. At Christmas 1982, when I was 10 and a half years old, I received a big doll that I knotted and knotted my parents for. This doll came wearing a pair of blue and white dungarees with the name Pepe on the front and a white short sleeve shirt with a blue and white check collar. I named her Caitlin Isabella Ann, and I still have her in my bed, and she is now 35 years old. When I was 11 and a half years old, I got an Orville hand puppet because I adored Orville, and he came wearing a pretend teddy toweling nappy with a pretend big plastic nappy pin. I no longer have him because when I had my dog and she was a puppy, she chewed him and I had to throw him away. Also, when I was 11 and a half years old, my nana gave me a Care Bear for Christmas, of which she had knitted for me. I named her Bella and I still have her, and she is 34 years old and she sleeps in my bed with my doll Caitlin. I also have a big black and white checkered bunny called Bobby Bunny that I got for Christmas when I was about 7 and a half years old. Kids of today don't play the way we used to. These days it's all about games consoles, iPads, mobile phones, the internet and social networking sites. I know it's not the same with all kids, but kids these days get everything they want when they want just to keep them quiet. When I wasn't playing with my toys or friends, I'd play by myself making mud pies and daisy chains. I used to play skipping by myself with my own skipping rope with the wooden handles. I'd be outside singing I'm a Texas Girl and doing the actions to it. If I couldn't get anyone to go on a picnic with me, I'd get my mum to make me sandwiches and stuff, and I'd take my doll and go by myself. I'd go down to the local field at the side of where the original Whitecoat Primary School used to be, and I enjoyed every single second of it. The original school's no longer there. A new one has been built further down and houses have been built on the field. However, the memories are still there as clear as day, and I hope they always will be for the rest of my life. Kids of today won't be able to write a story about their childhood because kids of today spend their time on games consoles, etc. The end. Thank you.